Welcome to Weapons Education. I'm calling this video Being Vigilant. Being aware of your surroundings. I'm going to jump around a little bit here and just talk openly. We know what just happened at the IHOP in Nevada and Carson City. A lot of different reports are floating around right now on exactly what took place. AK-47, shot 11, shot 12, this many dead, this many dead. It's bad. I'm not even going to give him credit, even though he killed himself like a coward like they always do. I don't want to just, in respect to all the deceased, talk about that story all that much. I want to talk about us as concealed permit holders to carry firearms to protect our life and to protect other lives. What is your obligation when you have a concealed weapons permit? What is it? I do some things because I've been carrying a gun for a long time, 25 plus years at least. I do some things that might be different than what you do. Just because you have a gun doesn't mean you're able to save other people's lives or your own. For instance, a friend of mine came up to me today, and this is kind of what inspired this video a little bit. He goes, "Oh man, we were having lunch together." He goes, "Oh yeah, I watched your videos, and yeah, you inspired me to carry a gun." And he was dressed just like me. Let me stand up. Please pan out so you can see me. And he was carrying a very similar Smith in his pocket, and a pair of blue jeans. Now blue jeans are, they're kind of tight, and it's hard to get your hand in your pocket. Because I got my Smith J-frame. I go, "Oh yeah? Well, let's go sit in the car and show it to me." So we sit in the car. He goes, "I can't get to it." That's my point. "Well, stand up," I said. Stand up. Still can't get to it. There it goes. Got it. Not good enough. First point is, yes, of course, carry your gun. If you're going to put it in your pocket, make sure it's not too tight. This is common sense stuff. Please safety check guns. This is an excellent product to carry on you for personal protection. The little J-frame. This is a .357 Magnum. This actually stopped the Fort Hood shooter. This exact gun. And he's paralyzed now. We know that whole stuff. I'm not going there for that psychopath. Are these shootings going to happen again? Unfortunately, yes. Are we in danger if we walk into a convenience store anywhere in America, USA, or any of you around the world? Yes, we're in danger because desperate people do desperate things. I don't really care if they had a bad day, if they got fired from their job, if they're drunk, if their wife is divorcing them, if they had a fight with their girlfriend. I don't care. And what's going to happen is these psychopaths, something goes nuts in their brains. They don't take their medicine, or they don't like what's going on in their life, and for some reason they want to take it out on innocent people. So us, as law-abiding citizens, we do not want to mix up the word with being vigilant, being aware of your surroundings, to being vigilantes. Now we're not that. We're not Rambos. We want law enforcement to do their job. We are level-headed and we think things out. That's what this is all about. Thinking things out. For instance, what I do, when I pull up to a gas station, I stop, whether I'm by myself or with my family. I stop, pull up to the pump, and I look around. I take a good 30 seconds. I see if there's any loiterers, people walking around, just, scoping out the area. I look inside the convenience store before I get out of my car and walk 50, 60 feet into the convenience store to see if there's any type of altercations happening inside the convenience stores. It happens just way, way, way too often. And I read the news a lot online. It just only takes 20 minutes and you can see all the world news fast, as we know, the way internet speeds move and news travels. There's just way too many murders, there's way too many carjackings, there's way too many desperate people doing desperate things and killing people. They're on drugs. We know the drugs are on this whacked out stuff called meth and crack cocaine and all this really bad stuff. And these people don't know what they're doing and they don't care. So you have to be aware of your surroundings. You go to the mall. Here we are coming up to Christmas season, or any time of the year. If you're a female, you have your purse on you, and you're going to the mall. You have to walk a long ways because the parking lots are crowded. What do you do with your purse? How about jewelry? Yeah, I got these watches and these goofy bracelets and all this stuff. Do I wear this all the time? Tell you the truth, no. And we'll talk about that another time. If you want me to talk about my watches, just let me know, by the way, yes or no. I don't want to do a video and sound gaudy or nothing like that. And I have the video in mind on how I'll do it, by the way. I'll put my suit on and I'll show you exactly why I have what I have. That's another story. But okay, now you're wearing jewelry. Should you, if you're just going to the mall for that day, wear expensive jewelry? I say no, and my wife will attest to that. Do you wear your wedding ring all the time? Yes or no?
No.
No.
Actually, I rarely wear it.
And because I say no, right. I don't want the liability. Right. I don't want the threat of someone cutting your finger off for it. I just don't want to even think about it. I want to know it's that your wedding ring is actually in the safety deposit box in the vault at the bank. And the 2-3 nights a month we go out for dinner without the children is when she'll wear it. And we'll get into that in a separate video if you wish. I can show you some really nice stuff. But that's what I'm saying is now jewelry. Do you always have to wear your nice jewelry in today's era? I say no. I wear it to work, and I'm going to show you a couple little tidbits, just ideas. Next week I'm going to do a full-blown video on concealment options. I've done it in the past, but I have to revamp it and do it right. Do it not right, but do it better. Because it's just so important now. You're sitting at an IHOP, I mean, give me a break. You're eating breakfast, and someone walks in and just murders you, and everyone else around you, and you're not ready? Come on. I've heard rumors that someone had a gun on them and they were too chicken to use it. I'm not sure if that's true. I don't want to start rumors. I say attack. I will put my life in danger. If I'm dressed like this, can you pan up and see me? Okay, how I kind of normally dress when I'm casual. I like to have my custom-made shoulder holster system here. PM me if you want one. These things, I don't care what anyone says in America or across the world. For me personally, for Tom, this is the easiest access way to get to your firearm, and it's a great way to carry spare magazines. It's pretty hard to dispute that. Doesn't print, and it's tight to you. You don't feel it. There's no weight involved too much. It's great. And then you have this option here, of course, as we know. I like the when I carry guns on my belt or across my waist, I don't like them inside my waistband because it might be hard to pull out. This pulls right out, and I like the paddle holster system. This might print a little bit. That's why I keep a 3-inch Kimber in this particular system. I also do like the ankle system. And like I said, next week I'm going to do a really good video on concealment options and give you like 20 different concealment options. So when my buddy showed me he couldn't even pull his gun out of his jeans pocket, I'm like, yeah, useless. But, you know, you never know. When you're in your car and you're being carjacked, you can always get to this gun. You possibly can always get to your ankle, right? Your ankle, just pull it right out. So you have to think of where you're sitting. If you're in a restaurant and you're scooped into a tight little table there, and whether you're a big heavy-set person or a thinner, it doesn't matter, a thinner person, and you're in a booth, can you get access to your firearm? I'm just going to let that phone ring. Now, as far as practicing and getting personal training, that's a whole nother subject. I recommend you get your permit so you're a law-abiding citizen. I recommend that you carry your gun 1,000% of the times. And I also recommend that you go to the range regularly and get personalized training from a certified trainer. At least quarterly, at least 1 hour quarterly, to keep your skills sharp. I'm not the all-out expert to tell you what to do. I'm just telling you to be vigilant and watch your surroundings. You go to the mall, you go to the gas station, you go to a convenience store, you go to the grocery store, wherever you go out and about. Before you get out of the car, look around, scope things out. Don't be a nervous Nelly, it's okay, I'm not trying to say that. You know, don't be a Rambo type guy, I gotta go, that's silly. You're just the opposite. You hold yourself up to a higher level. A higher level. You'll feel better about yourself when you get your permit, you have your gun on you, and then you have to get from a certified trainer lessons on how to stand, on how to shoot, on how not to flinch, on how to draw, all these different types of things. Because you could save not only your life, but other people's lives. This is, if one person out of the world gets this little tidbit in their mind, and someday when another mass shooting happens and they think about this and they're carrying a gun like this on a shoulder holster and they pull it and they attack and they engage and shoot that person like the person in Fort Hood did with a little J-frame and paralyze that bad guy, this video did its purpose. Also a flashlight. Don't let these flashlights fool you. These are weapons. This is a Phoenix flashlight with a muzzle that I would not want to be hit in the forehead with. These things are sharp, and they hurt. So you know you have to learn. Get them, and have someone give you just one lesson. Hey, this is how you hit from the behind. This is how you hit from this way. This is how you protect yourself. You got to protect yourself and your family in this era that we live in. It's a dangerous world. Not trying to scare anybody. I'm just trying to say this is a gun channel, by the way. This is a gun channel, a knife channel, a firearms channel, and an educational channel. And I'm trying to bring education so that we can all protect our lives. That's what it's all about. Get your permit, carry your gun. It's your obligation to carry your gun. It's your obligation to get trained. And it's your obligation to hold yourself to a higher level. You get your firearm and you're holding it. You're a whole new person once you get your gun. There's no altercations. There's no road rage. There's no stress. You bring yourself down to a new level. You look at your surroundings. You're comfortable with yourself. You're happy with yourself. And when you're out and about, and you're at a business lunch or any type of lunch, and just casual lunch, and just sitting at Burger King or anywhere you want to go, you're just kind of thinking, is a psychopath going to walk in here? It's possible. It's possible. This happens a lot in office buildings everywhere. Enough said. Checking out for now. Got some fun stuff coming up, including a really cool interview with my father, a policeman for many years. And I think he'll bring a lot of wisdom to the channel. Plus, I'm very proud of him. And you'll see, at the time, he was known as a hero cop. And 40 years after his accident, which paralyzed him in the line of duty, he was recognized. 40 years later, got hurt in '68 and in '08. The New York Times did a big write-up on him. So I'm pretty proud of that. And that's probably where I get a lot of whatever I am. I get all of it from my father and my mother and all my family tree, and my wife. All right. Thumbs up, guys. Thank you so much.